And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the garbage truck drivers. Shout out to every single person who is up and out to get it this morning. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. It's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Made it through another week, my friend. All right, here we are celebrating the weekend, the arrival of the weekend. Anyways, let me tell you now, man. Listen, y'all notice I start off with glasses this morning. I had to start off with glasses this morning because my eye them just red. Like I been smoking and drinking. My eye them red, my nose running, all kind of thing. I have Gatorade in my cup, in my teacup. I'm sipping. Look now, it's been a long night. It's been a long night. Who was up late last night with me? I don't know. The last video I put up to the channel was like after midnight. That's to show you how late. And then, of course, after that, my nature was bothering me, so I had to go visit wifey. Wifey go on bed, left me and all these things. And I went in there pulling sheet and pulling panty and all kind of thing. And one thing led to another thing. And then I was up all night. And I tired. I wasn't going to come this morning, but I tired. I was coming and I tired. Yeah, I reach. Here I am. Good morning. Yo, Medea, big up to Shericka Jackson. Oh my God. Oh my. Yeah, I couldn't have called it. I could not have called it. Listen now, I'm not supposed to there this morning, I'm supposed to actually really be getting some rest. I don't know how. The alarm went off as it was set and actually wake up with the alarm. I guess it's that army thing. No matter how late I go to bed, if I set that alarm, I can go to bed at 5 o'clock, and if the alarm set for 6 o'clock and the alarm go off, I jump right up with the alarm 6 o'clock. And, stagger to the bathroom, brush face, brush face, wash teeth, and the brush face and wash teeth and all these things. Donaldson, we're going to talk about that this morning. There's a lot of update to the Donaldson case. I told you we're going to talk about her all week, calling her name, so people don't sweep this under the rug. This case is taking all kinds of a wild turn, and I do have a lot to say about it this morning. All right. So Donaldson case, Shericka Jackson breaks the record, world record, or the national record. Attorney Townsend says that 2 eyewitnesses have now come forward to say that they saw Donnelly leaving the apartment of the policeman on the 13th. But we're going to get into all that in a minute. But who saw that 200-meter run? Who saw the 200-meter run last night? Listen. Boy, sir, when you say when somebody is born to do something, I stayed up, I recorded the live, the 200-meter run. I recorded the wifey's reaction to it, because wifey did say, she said, Shericka is going to win the 200. I said, no, she can't beat. I said maybe she could beat Elaine Thompson-Herah in the 200, but remember, Elaine at the Olympics got gold in the 100 and the 200, and she is the only woman to have ever done that, right? So making history with that, that's Elaine Thompson-Herah. So I went in with that mindset that Elaine are gonna run the place, she's gonna burn up the 200. She hasn't been producing much lately. By the way, Elaine, we just found out, has been nursing 2 injuries. But we're gonna talk about that on one next video and next time, because say I'm my athlete that. She's actually my favorite athlete, and I was rooting for her all the way. even when she wasn't producing, and I could clearly tell, I was looking at why I was watching her run the whole time, Elaine. And I'm telling wifey, I said, look, you see how she run? You see her strides are not the same. She looked like Johan Blake. But me never want to make no excuses for her. I wanted her and her camp to come out and say it first. She's a G. She hold it until the end. And at the end, they let everybody know that, yeah, she's been hurt and she's been running through these 2 injuries and it's been rough and she's highly disappointed and all these other things. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. No excuses made because you know people are going to say, SouFLo, I show you bet Panar, man, and she never produced, so you know you come with excuses. So I didn't say anything. But you could look, right, and tell. I went to college off of a track and field scholarship, so I ran track for a long time as well. I know when things are out of place, and you could look and tell that she's out of place. Johan Blake himself as well, sidebar note, he's going through something too, but Johan isn't saying it either. If you look at him walk, you can tell from the waist down, that lower back, he's hurting. Something are going with him too, but you know, that's how that world is. When people pay you big money to sponsor you and all these things, you can't just lay down and be like, oh, I'm hurting, I'm not getting out of bed today. No, you have to get out there, you have to run, you have to produce, you have to do something, right? And then say, hey, I'm injured, but I got to run through this injury or whatever. But wifey said, listen, Shericka Jackson is going to take it. Watch and see. I said, foolishness, I talk. She can't win. You have Elaine Thompson in that race. You have Shelly and Fraser Price in that race there. You seen Shelly and Fraser Price lately? She just have bun up the place. And like, I know now why they gave that woman her statue in Jamaica. If you've never been to Jamaica and been up to the National Stadium, I've been there. The last time I went there was for the Buju Banton concert when Buju came home, right? That was another magnificent event to behold, to witness, to see in person. Buju fly back into the place and the big concert and thing. But standing at the bottom of that statue looking up, and you say, boy, when you're great enough. But I know why they gave her that now. But somebody tell wifey said, no, she can't. Because this is a mommy pocket rocket in another race here. We're going to get a 1, 2, 3. Boy, I'm highly disappointed. But, you know, I'm sure Elaine is more disappointed than anything else, than even me, because as she an athlete and it's her race, and as she just signed the big contract with Puma, rumored to be, I haven't confirmed it, 16.4 billion Jamaican dollars. Work it out in a Yankee dollars, US dollars, and tell me how much you get. 16.4 billion Jamaican dollars, her contract with Puma. So when you sign a big contract like that and then you don't win what you were supposed to win, but they understand that also going into that, you know? So, boy, so wife will say, yeah, Shericka it is. Me say, nope, it's going to be a 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a sweep. But I'm thinking it's probably going to be Elaine Thompson second, maybe first. Shelly and Fraser Price first, up for grabs. But for sure, me underrate Shericka again, still enough. Shericka is definitely going to be in the third. Wifey says, no, babe. This is her specialty. Right, that's all. And boy, she did not disappoint. Not only did she not disappoint, she ran that thing like she said again, SouFLo, you're going to stop calling me the third one. You're going to remember my name, okay? You hold on, I'm going to remember my name and stop calling me the third one, because that's how I normally refer to her. For some reason, and it's not out of no disrespect, I always, every time I'm reporting on track and field, I'm like, yeah, Elaine Thompson, hurrah, and Shelly and Fraser Price, and what's your name again? No disrespect. You know me, I talk, man. And sometimes I don't remember her name, so I just keep talking. And sometimes, what's your name? Oh, Shericka Jackson. Like, no, Shericka Jackson proved her worthiness tonight. Let's talk about walking into your greatness. Talk about sprinting into your greatness. When that race that started, I'm gonna say Shelly and Fraser Price came out the blocks. I said it's a wrap. YouTube took down my video. the reaction video with wifey are going crazy in the living room and everything. Even Milani started running around, right? Because she's scared. And the way our wifey are going and the way me are going, a beer, and this did a cuss last night, you know. Hear me? Bomba clot, bomba clot. Bomba clot, we are cuss. And then I'm like, blood clot, look who it is. Look who it's gonna be. Because I thought it was gonna be Mommy Pocket Rocket first, and she came out like it was gonna be her race. And then out of nowhere, Mrs. Some long melanated legs that got so. And Shericka won that race. Not only did she win the race, she won the race by a big margin. Nobody, I haven't seen anybody ever run left Shelley and Fraser Price that far with a gap that big. She cut up for that race, right? She cut up for the race that somebody said, why I'm not getting the pin. What pin? SouFLo, 106 million US dollars. Them kind of money there. Yeah, sips Gatorade and a tea this morning. Yeah, some serious money that is some set for generations to come money. Not true? And she'll be back. Oh, the notifications, Reggae Girl Bento. YouTube been handling us all kind of ways, yeah, man. They it's just the people who remember us just come on through. But nobody depend upon nobody to notify you. You know we're here. But I understand what you're saying, because when I go live randomly, you won't be getting the notifications either. I saw them I do it, we can't do nothing about it. I've been complaining for like 2 years now, and we get what we get, you know. Kareen says, definitely a sweep. Yes, we called it in the chat a month ago. Dina Asher is Jamaican by blood. So that's what we're going to get to. Watch it now. But I didn't like how it ended because, you know, of course, Elaine is deeply disappointing. And when stuff like this happens to you as an athlete, you just want to take away yourself. You want to take away yourself out of all public view. You want to go, you know, be by yourself. And it's kind of like a grieving. So she's grieving. And she was nowhere to be found on the celebratory stage. Like they were walking around, you know, hug up people, take picture and thing and hug each other and stuff. And Elaine was just gone. Like after the race, I was like, where's she at? I think Elaine came in like 7th or something like that. Dina Asher, by the way, before all this started, the Jamaicans gathered around, Jamaican spectators. They gathered around Dina Asher with the Jamaican flag, and you know, and they were like, yeah, you're ours, and we celebrate you too, and we're here to support you too, that kind of stuff. And I went and looked it up. Dina Asher's mom and dad are both Jamaican, so she are like full-blooded Jamaican. She was geographically then, she was only born on British soil, but both parents. So she is the seed. It's just like my kids, right? Kaya Milani. I'm Jamaican. Wifey is Jamaican fully. With grandparents Jamaican, with parents Jamaican, with great grandparents Jamaican. You stretch it as far back as you can go. All we did find in there was Jamaican, and these kids were born here in the US. So Dina Asher was the same. So some people are saying it's still a sweep, but yeah, I'm gonna really look on it like that still, because that medal went home to the UK. Watching all this, by the way, another sidebar. Did you notice that all the great, like, I don't know, it looked like Europe went to Africa and bought a lot. Europe went to Africa and bought up a lot of runners. So every time I saw, like, especially in the distance races, I say, yo, the lion them. I call the Ethiopians the lions, right? Because them, when they come out and then them start 1, 2, 3, and the Kenyans 1, 2, 3, they like own the distance races, steeplechase and all that. And you notice it's like 1, 2, Kenyan, 3, you're like, they're about to sweep this. Triple is 1, 2, 3 Kenyans, but the third Kenyan that's about to get the bronze is actually running for some place like Norway or some place like Sweden or some place like that. And I couldn't help but to think like, man, if you were actually still running for Kenya, then it would be 1, 2, 3 Kenya. But here we go: 1, 2 Kenya, 3 Sweden, 3 Norway, 3 some European country or something. Then buy up the whole of the run of them and all that. But people have to go where things are better for them and their family, and and we know how it's there already. We have a lot of Jamaican runners that run in the US. They go to school here, they're on scholarships here, and a lot of them are overseas running for other people's country at the end of the day because they're not able to get their worth where they're from. At the same time, you have to be extremely good to be one of those that end up representing Jamaica. Cause see the level of talent that is in Jamaica. So when they're picking people to represent, you have to be on the Shelley and Fraser Price level. You have to be on the Elaine Thompson Hurrah in top form level. You have to be on and Elaine Thompson go out there and run left people with her injuries, right? And she still medaled and gave us a sweep in one of these. I believe it was the 100, right? Gold, silver, bronze. Again, so you have to be on that kind of a level. You have to be on some Usain Bolt level. I don't like how our men look. Our men, for the first time in a long time, I've been watching track and field at this level. We had some of the smallest men. We had some of the more, not talking nothing bad about big up to and thank you for trying and all this other stuff. Manners and respect. I know it's not easy, but they look so small on the world stage. If you look on the American man, and if you look back at when Usain and Carter and all the other guys were together, them man that they look big and thick and strong and look dominating. Like when they came on the track, the reporters were like, they're a specimen to behold. They're, now when them come on the track is like, yeah, so-and-so is in lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, and Jamaica is in lane 7 and then lane 8 and just skip past them and go. Like they weren't even a threat. They weren't even a threat. So I don't know what going. I was in my living room joking. I said, boy, them man look like a weed and grab and liquor before them come at it. I hang out with them scammer friend, banging the line is banging these things. But I joke me did I make. It's in the privacy of my own home I was making these jokes because they just look so skinny and small and them just look like them wasn't up to par on the world level thing. So hopefully we'll get back there. We'll get all Asafa do better right now. God know King Biggs. Talk truth. If you put Asafa Powell out there right now, he would have. Why Asafa quit? Because I guess it's time for him to retire, hang it up. He didn't go out for the trials, so it's not like he went out for the trials and didn't make it. And people can say, well, thank you, Asafa, for all the years you've given us. You set the trend. Yeah, big up to you, national hero to us. It's time to bow out gracefully. You're being beaten by the. I know that. He bowed out gracefully at a level where right now people wish there was more Asafa in there. Let's take this phone call real quick. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Not too bad. Get ready for work.
All right, so talk to you.
First of all, I just want to bless up to everybody who make it, through the end of the week. Hope everybody stays safe and enjoy the weekend. I'll get ready for next week again. But I don't want to touch on the Donna somewhere. I just maybe the next day, but
no man, go right ahead. You're here.
But we just want to big up Shericka Jackson and the whole Jamaica team to go there represent us.
Right.
The main thing was is like I think it's just more investment in track and field and just sports in general across the board in Jamaica,
Right.
Which it can be done and it will be done over time, Jamaica kind of slow things and whatever. But I think when I look at the US men and their transition from like the Tyson game and just to get into the Noah Lyles and some of these guys, it's been maybe not. I mean, brilliant in the sense that it's a small transition that these guys come to the World Championship, the Olympic were just gone and the medal and them dominate for the men and whatever. And as I feel like looking back at the Nesta title, them look like a piece,
Right.
And when I'm gonna see how
right.
Well, you sure it's a war and a race again.
Right.
But now, we have the Oblique Civil and these guys, which Oblique Civil, McPherson, the brilliant himself,
Yo,
But
that he's gonna be a problem later on, because he's so young.
yeah,
I think he
but
just turned 21.
I just think for on the men's side for Jamaica, we kind of the transition poorly after both, and it's like we never expect him to live or something,
Right.
Because right after that, we never really have nobody, really come up. But and then again, I think we have a lot of brilliant athletes. For me, Stephen Francis recently said something interesting. I'm saying, them kind of one of the athletes at terms because them are them like big money, especially for certain events. So by the time them supposed to like really feel like big money, them go out,
Right.
But just want to bless up still, so bro.
Manners and respect, my brother. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend here.
Yeah, that's
all right. Yeah, so the brother, exactly what I say. It's hold on, Star K, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. And Star K says both parents to me, you're full Jamaican. F the Jamaicans, BS, LOL. Yeah, man. To me too. You're fully Jamaican. And the medal just went to England though. But shout out to our British family. Remember when me I pack up my things and go to England, people told me because I wanted to leave America. I told you all this before. Bought my ticket at 17 years old, but the date of flight was the day after I turned 18. And the day after I turned 18, I was on a plane out of here. I couldn't leave the country because my mom wouldn't give me permission and I was considered a minor until I was 18. That's the reason why I bought it in advance. When you're back, so nobody can tell you nothing. My mother is like, no matter how old you is still my picnic, and I need to know your whereabouts and these things. So I'm like, no, I want to go see the world and I want to go. So I buy a ticket and fly. That's how I end up at England. But they were telling me here that, man, you'll be back. You're going to be back so fast. Ain't no black people over there. And when I went, I was like, when I landed in Heathrow first, I was like, God, I guess I'll be back soon because all me can see cow and pasture and all these things. And, my cousin and boyfriend come pick me up and drive me out, carry me go. And when I reached South London, it was a wrap. It was a wrap because me run right into Fimi people them and our community, and them have them. It's just a whole community of. So we're strong there. We're strong there. The community is strong there, and I know Dina Asher is going to be celebrated big time there. Her parents must be so proud there. And yeah, man, it feel like a 1, 2, 3 Jamaica sweep. Matter of fact, Shelly and Fraser Price. Here's some get up. Shelly Ann said, "Me don't want them copyright me thing, Last night we did the whole, and I wanted to give it to you raw, our reaction, cause Shakira Sphere, wifey, she called it. I said no, it's not gonna happen. So she did extra when our girl who she called, come on, Shericka, come on, Shericka. I'm over there, blood. Look who it is. Look who it is. All that. I put the video up. I got a notification within 30 seconds of that video going up. Your video is blocked worldwide because of copyright infringement and something. So I had to take the video down and just use a couple seconds off and then talk, give my opinion through the rest. So it wasn't the same. Somebody said, why the US man them so bossy? And because them earn the right to be bossy, my friend. And plus I saw them staying up. Everybody knows that when you're an American, you kind of different. People know that we're loud and them bossy. I should say we have been here since I was a kid myself. And when I go to other places in the world with them, I'm considered one of them. So I know how we carry ourselves. That's just like we're the best military in the world. We're the best nobody can F with us. That's the kind of confidence that the US guys carry themselves with. And I don't know, I never see that in the Jamaican them. When you saying them was around, we saw that though, and they were the same way. And nobody never said, oh, the Jamaican them so bossy. They earned the right to be that bossy. Not true? Marvin the point Jamaica Kerr says Jamaican program need to develop as a product where foreigners train there. Their training are good, but I don't see their no, sir. No, I don't think so. Whatever the secret sauce is in Jamaica, don't give it to it. Listen, we can't start doing all that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Listen to me, whatever the secret sauce is, you see the contract where Ilian just signed? Whatever the secret sauce is, do not give it away. No invite, nobody come there. They can come and they can visit and they can probably participate. Like, when you sit in just for like a week or two and, oh, I was training with the Jamaicans. It's just like us in the US military. We go to other people's country and we lend expertise, right? Like we were in Iraq and Afghanistan and we're training their soldiers to take over their own country so we can get up out of there, that kind of stuff. We don't give them all our military tactics. We just train them with the basics, and then we're up out of there. I think Jamaica could do the same thing and financially benefit from that. But if have them come, other countries come fully trained there, no, sir. Because next thing you know, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 sweep. They're trained in Jamaica. This is what you're going to hear on these big meets. They're trained in Jamaica, so Jamaica definitely has the secret sauce. But this one is running for the United States of America, and this gold medal, and this silver medal, and this bronze medal goes to 3 American runners who were trained in Jamaica. And 3 Jamaicans came in 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's not gonna look good. So no. Come look and be out, Marcia says. Yes, come have a look. Yeah, you see the nice beaches, you see the mountains, you see the air how it clean and all these things, and we up in the mountains and we train this kind of way. And this is the kind of food that we eat, but not show them whole light, right? Show them 2 green banana upon the tree and thing. Don't even make them know how you really cook your things and these kind of things. Whatever the secret sauce is, don't give it away. This is worth holding on to. People, we're blessing up. If you don't think, if Mr. Me proud for me one Jamaican so tell, I'm like, man, if I die, please, and I have to come back again, please don't make me come back as anybody else or anything else. I'm cool. I can still vibe with all other cultures, but me just bossy because me a Jamaican. Me bossy, and when things like this happen, it make me even more bossy her. For the people who always say, I'm so ashamed to be Jamaican because the crime and the violence, this is the part that I'm telling you, we have to take the good with the bad. I'm never ashamed to be a Jamaican. I'm ashamed of certain things that are happening in the island, and I feel like those things could be put under control. But to shame for be a Jamaican, if me did shame, this wouldn't get tattooed right as because we don't put things into your skin. My granny, oh, you mark up yourself, so Jesus Christ. Then you can't wipe it off, and but I wouldn't be ashamed. That before this honor day I saw, so you must know, proud man, proud, long time proud. And when things like this happen, you're just extra proud. Your boss, today everybody out like this. I be a pato where I chat today. I'm in Walmart today, anybody grocery store, me got anybody restaurant, me got today, me order in a pato today because everybody have to turn around and say, oh, you're Jamaican. Yeah, man, I yard me come from. Normally I'd be like, yes, I'm Jamaican. But I am a yard me come from, make them figure it out today. Because we're extra proud today. Not true? And I thank all of them. I thank Elaine because Elaine showed up and showed out to the best of her ability. She still medaled. She gave us a sweep in the 100, which was very important. I just would have loved to have seen it in the 200 as well because it has never been done. 100 and 200 double sweep in the worlds. That itself would have been history again. It's so much history out there to create and to be created. But we'll be back again. Shelly and Fraser Price, whatever her sauce is. Because Shelly and reach what, 35? Yeah, so in that age group now in track and field world, people are saying, this is the age where you want to like park it. No, I think she got another world left in her. This is annual. So I think she has another world thing left in her. Let me see. The Olympics just happened in 2021. 2022, them run the Olympics, right? Because Corona did stop it. It was supposed to be in 2021. So 2022, 21, 2, 3, 4. I think she even have another Olympics in her. And I want to see it. I want everything out her. I want to see it more because I believe that she can do it again. And if she does, oh my. And I think she can do it again. It has something to do. I'm convinced that it has something to do with a combination of genes. You are genetically, no, I know some people are gonna say find this touchy-feely, but whatever. I think that the genes are superior. There are scientists right now who are studying to see what exactly this is. Because this little island in the sun, so much greatness can't come out of one little place. Unless something in a something. You see? And they're trying to figure out what is that something? What is it? What is that something? I think it's time for her to give it up, go out on top. No, sir. Me no want SDs really. You would want to see Elaine, you not Elaine, you would want to see Shelley and Fraser Price just walk away. No. Something in a something. They're trying to, them done go down there already and them start take the food. Them said, no, it's not this, and them carry it to the lab. They went down there and take a whole bunch of cars. Usain said it's the yellow yam. They took the yellow yam and they did a whole video, a whole documentary on the yellow yam. I don't know if y'all have seen it. That is where I found out that the yellow yam actually has these qualities in it. However, if you're not yamming it straight from the ground, within a couple of hours, those qualities, they're diminished. And over time, they're diminished significantly. So when people like us, when they are foreign, we go to our favorite food store and we go get a piece of yellow yam and we say, yeah, me feel like a piece of yellow yam in the chicken foot soup today and this kind of thing. You're tasting the yellow yam and it was imported from Jamaica, but maybe we shouldn't say this because now people aren't going to buy it as much, but hey, it is what it is. It maybe encourage you to visit the island more. It's not the same yellow yam. It's the same yellow yam as in it's coming out the ground and it reach a foreign and you can taste it, but it's not the same yellow yam as in the nutritional qualities that cause them to have this dominance and this longevity and firing of the fast twitch muscles and all this. It's not in there for us. It's not in there for us over here. So, see, it gone by the time it reach you. And the longer it stay up on the shelf and they're trying to sell it to you here, by the time you get it, very little of whatever is in there, like when them get it fresh out of the earth in Jamaica. So that's why, again, it's good to go home and go recharge. You literally recharge when you go. It's good. We talked yesterday about maintaining your body just like how you maintain your vehicle. Because you don't want the vehicle left up on the side of the road, you owe yourself a trip sometime. If you go home and eat something that comes straight out of the ground for about a good week or so and recharge. And that's the reason why you feel like that when you, may I tell you, when you're there, right? I've told you all this before. I'm going to keep on saying it. There's something definitely in the food because I use my own body like a scientist. And when me there in Jamaica and me eat, as soon as me eat my food done, till I turn up for no reason at all. I'm not thinking sex or anything like that. I just feel it. I move in my pants and I'm like, oh, damn. You know, sometimes, you know, like when you were a teenager, the man them can relate. When you were a teenager, and all them things that start kicking in your body, your testosterone and stuff, and you're there sitting in class, and Miss Smith or Miss Jones up front, one of your younger teacher them, not the old man who used to beat you over your back, one of the younger teacher them, and you know, there's something just get up on you, so, and you feel like tuck it in your belt and these things, and then them call you up. Gerard Jones, come to the board and work out this problem, and your pants front look like them way there, and you have to try tuck it in, and you know you have to get. That's how I feel when I'm in Jamaica. Just soon as I eat, every time, it never fails. As soon as I'm finished with my meal, me feel that, and sometimes it's just a full lift up. I'm like, what the rotted? This cat, after me not, I forgot find something to do with it. That's how I go. So, you owe yourself to go charge up. But I'm convinced that it has to do with genes mixed with a combination of food. The food that we eat, the air, the atmosphere, the genes, and also practices that were passed down. They had a documentary where they talked about this has to be one of it. You know, the game them where we used to play when we grew up, the ring around the rosy and the this and the that, and them hand game there and the foot game them. They're saying, scientists said that Jamaican children walking on uneven terrains, because you know you grew up a country and the road not too level down here, so and you have to walk and walking on uneven terrains at an early age. And then the games that they play, activating the fast twitch muscles at an early age, and they're developed over time. Hence the reason why they're able to fire off from the starting block, run so fast, turnover so fast, they call it in track and field, and all that stuff. It has to do with all of that. But genetics is definitely at play here. Definitely. I wonder if them a sample we and I try to replicate with and trying to put some of what we have naturally into some people who don't have it naturally. We live in a weird world, you know. So don't put it past nobody. When you see so much we are going missing on these things, I think outside the box, man. When you see so much we are going missing on these things, there was one Hollywood star who went way over so in Africa go get one picnic where look like this are dark, and it was rumored that they're tapping these children's spinal cord and using the fluids, and the fluids is supposed them use to create some serum balm that's supposed to make them look younger and stay looking younger. Cause you know them say black don't crack. And sometimes when you see some black people and they're like, yeah, how old are you? You still like a buy a liquor at the store, them still a card you. They're carding you and you're in your 50s and 40s. And you're like, okay, now you could really stop carding me. Like I got children that are older than you who I have to get approval from to get some alcohol, a bottle of wine or whatever. And the people that might tell us, say, no, you're not, you're lying. Yes, I am. You know, black don't crack kind of thing. So everybody want the black don't crack effect, and it could possibly be so. Could possibly be so. Movie Dorothy T says the movie Get Out. Them soon start try clone with Carrie Ann Jones said, boy, Carrie Ann, me think them start already. Jane Anders says mutants them out. Mutants. I think they started already. We are an amazing people. Okay? If I wasn't Jamaican, I would be outside of us looking in on us like this. Damn, I wish why my mama didn't get a Jamaican man to be my daddy. Why you get Leroy? Leroy's there's a time you can't stand your daddy because he's not Jamaican, so you don't have the roots. You can't stand your mommy. You're like, I would be outside looking in power like this had I not been. And I don't want ever be anything else other than me just love we us. Me love we us. Everything about we. Me love the way how we cook with food and prepare with food. Me love with music. Me love with chaka-chakaness. Me love when time we out of control and bad and unruly. And then me love how we have dignity and respect and all these. Me love every facet, every aspect of us. That's why I tell people, say, when we go for bad, you know, we better than any bad man we ever bad, you know. But a suicide bad, them call them bad. But it's not good. But it's us, right? And when the woman them go for sexy and look good enough. And when like, boy, yo boy, me don't know. Me just want to brag this morning just because I am. You know? Me just want to brag this morning just because I am. See them yeah? Them window shopping us right now. Damn. Why I ain't get some of those jeans? They know how they could get some though. Jamaican man stocks gone up. Right now, may I tell you, thanks to the woman them. The woman them stocks gone up too. Right now, every foreigner want to look at Jamaican woman to breed with and have babies with. Because them children must come with these genes. Right now, all the foreign woman them is looking for a Jamaican man right now because the woman them said them children must come with these. I don't think I dropped me a meg. Ask them if you think I lie, me I tell. They literally say this. Them say this. They looking for it because them want it too. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, family.
Good morning, family. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm well. Happy to see the end of a nice, long week. Finally, just here, getting ready for the weekend.
All right. Are you free this weekend? Like, do you have to work or no?
No work from the week on the weekend.
Good.
And I'm one of the ones that decided to go full remote. So
Ah.
I'm home most of the time. Working, but home.
So you can relax a little bit. Exhale.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Last weekend I went to visit the family in Canada and then drove up, drove back. Now I'm just getting my rest on and
awesome. Enjoy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm just calling to brag too.
Yeah.
I
have the genes.
Listen, next month I'll be 57 years old, and I still get carded.
That sound like little
even
girl.
To buy wine coolers.
So you said next month you'll be 57?
57 next month.
Oh.
And grandma free and mama poor.
Yeah.
I go out with my son and they say, "Oh, your girlfriend's here or your girlfriend," and they're looking around like, "What girlfriend?" I dropped my son at university the other day. He goes to LIU. I dropped him at school. I'm sitting in the car, and I got out to stretch my legs, and all of a sudden, a couple of guys walked around, and one of them bold enough came up. "Oh, can I get your number?"
Because they and are you like, you a baby? You could be my baby.
I'm here for my son.
I bet he don't mind though. You think I'm a baby?
He was adamant. Until my son came out of the building.
Yeah.
Homeboy was standing there like, hold on.
Get away from my mama.
No, baby. Me have son all on you. And the baby me come here.
You know, try a thing. Yeah, man, they say the black white we have don't crack. And that it's the genes. It's the genes. Holy payala yaman, green banana, and these things.
You know that already.
Yeah,
all green plantain, all kind of porridge, peanut porridge, porridge,
oh, God, man.
porridge.
Oh, God.
Yes, sir.
And it preserved without it?
It preserved. Listen, you can get some of that for the first 6 years of your life. I would have to try it again till they're 30.
Aye.
For another 6 years, I 16.
Right, that's all. Aye. Facts.
It stays with you.
Yes. Big up yourself, you know. We're bragging this one.
All right, bless you and your family, my dear.
Blessings to you and yours as well.
Take care.
All right. Yes, man. She said, hey, listen up. They said for those of us who actually were, shout out to Miss Ruby, my grandmother, because them cod liver aisle there in the early morning, every morning when we go to school, I yeah, swallow it. You swallow it, yes, grandma. Open your mouth, let me see it. Okay, go on. Next. And that's how my grandmother was, right? And I beer earth food with it. Remember me tell you, you know, which part I come from in Clarendon farming community. We never know nothing about rice, my friend. We didn't know nothing about no fast food. Up to this day, I can drive you right there into that community. We have no fast food place within a long shot of where we live. So KFC still not reached there yet. Burger King still not reached there yet. None of them places that still don't reach there yet. The people from these regions, them still yam, dasheen, cocoa bread, fruit, banana, and all the other things in between. And that type of living right there, that combined with the genes, the good genes and good food, wanna see it. So that's where we are this morning. We're up on some bragging this morning. There's a couple of interviews out there with the ladies. Elaine hasn't said anything yet in an interview, or I think she has, but I haven't seen it yet. She said something about, I saw the headline flash when I was getting to start this, that she's disappointed and all that. But Elaine, I saw you go here, mama. Sometimes, you know, yesterday and then tomorrow, and so the thing go, we still have faith in you, and we know that you will be back bigger, stronger, better than before, and do some more amazing things for us. But I saw the thing go. Right now, I do Shericka time, and Shericka is shining. Shericka Jackson, I don't know if y'all saw this one.
All right, Shericka Jackson, 21.45 seconds. Fastest woman alive over 200 meters. How does that feel?
I'm feeling great. I wanted to come out here and put on a show. And I did just that, the fastest woman alive, national record, and a personal best. I can't complain.
And a championship record as well.
And a championship record.
Listen, that race, talk me through it, because I think you knew Shelly-Ann was going to go out hard, and you knew it was going to be catch me if you can. When you saw her get out, what was going through your mind?
I just wanted to focus on my lane. I know Shelly's probably one of the best curve runners I know, so I know she was going to go out hard. So I wanted to go run the curve as hard as possible. I know I'm strong, and I know I'm fast coming home, so I know eventually I'd probably catch her, but I never wanted to. I never wanted to be to catch her on the line. I just wanted to execute my best race possible, and I think I did that. A massive personal best, and I can't
Shelly
complain.
says she's serious.
Now, here's a list of Jamaican women who have won the 200 meters at the World Championships. Merlene Otti twice, Veronica Campbell-Brown, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, now Shericka Jackson. How does it feel to be a part of that company?
I'm feeling good. It's actually my first gold medal at any championship, so I'm just grateful. I just want to say thanks. I just want to say thanks to everybody that was in my corner. Thanks to my sponsor, Scotia. They're here, and I'm so happy for them because they fly all the way from Jamaica just to support me. Thanks to Puma. I just want to say thanks to Jamaica and everybody.
And having run this time, after 3 rounds of the 100 and then 3 rounds of the 200, what can you do with a 1-off 200 with good conditions? The world record could be under threat, couldn't it?
Definitely, but as Coach and I spoke, don't think about the time, because what you do now, you have to go back and work harder to do it again. So I wasn't thinking about any time. No real record is in my mind. I just go out there each round to execute as best as possible, and when the time comes, it comes.
Very well spoken, by the way.
All right.
Right, very well spoken. Shelly-Ann look like Shelly-Ann. Me never know so Shelly-Ann did. You know, I actually had Shelly-Ann as, because one time Spice did though. Them book Spice for an event, and the event was a corporate event. You know, suits and ties and many big wigs were in there, and it was a prissy event. And you know, Spice never know that because them never gave her the memo. So them send book her and them say them want Spice, dancehall Spice. I don't know if y'all remember this. It was cringeworthy because she didn't tailor the songs. She have songs she could have sang at a corporate event, but she never get the heads up. Shelly-Ann was in the crowd, rubbing elbows with the who's of who's and what's of what's, right? High society people. And Spice come in there with the skin out me boom boom, on the body me a wine and a boom boom boom. I see everybody up. Like, is who do this? Is why? What? And I saw Shelly-Ann in there. I said, Shelly-Ann, what the house you come from? Don't even though you're in there with your pretty friend, then you could have at least, you know, give one ray or something. But no, the Prime Minister and everybody was there. So Shelly-Ann too was like, so from then, me did kind of say, Shelly-Ann must be prissy. Like, she don't look like the type, but I lie. Can I see her there? I guess she was just holding it down. She looked like she actually full of vibes in her real life. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, there you are.
Yeah, morning, brother.
Morning, fam. What going?
Yeah, most of my respect for the morning, you know?
Manners and respect. Wow.
Yeah, I want to find something real quick. You know what's that? If I was to bet on that race, would I be a millionaire right now?
So you did have Shericka pick for win?
Shericka Smith.
Really?
Right for the money.
Well, me never see it, brother. I don't know why I didn't see it, but I just didn't see it.
Me use the semi-final to create. Because just like you, I used to do track too, you understand?
Right.
And based on the semi-final, based on the ease of Mr. Shericka will win. But could I tell that the goal was for her to lose?
Seeing.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Alien definitely never looking for, so I never pick out the medal.
Right. You know, told me believe in Alien. I seen it all along. Because me there, I tell wife, I said, something wrong with Alien. She's not running right.
Yeah.
Me can see it. But me still did I say, she still going to come in and win something. I never expect to see her run a number 7.
And the fact that she barely squeezed through to reach the final.
Right.
Because you have to remember, Asha Smith was very determined. Remember, Asha Smith was actually crying she never made another 100.
Right.
And she was very determined. So she said, well, she's going to put in everything to have. No, I think she looked very good in the funny.
Mm-hmm. True.
So make it right from the money the bar.
True.
Me just soon me mention say, there's definitely something with the food and the genes. 100% agree.
The genes and the food.
Because me just find out that Arthur Smith have Jamaican blood. Mother and father Jamaican.
Mother and father. So you see it. Mother and
So
father.
The gene is no question to it, brother.
Yeah, we're seeing it right in front of us.
Question.
Yes.
Isn't it?
True talk.
And for the man side, you don't feel like the man them slack off, them lose. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that they're not getting the training. You don't feel like them just lose focus. They probably are party too much and they are not thinking too much. You see me?
And them things them they are joke about it. Look, I tell wife, I say, boy, them man look like them just bun beer weed and grab and just look like because them looks so scrawny and look like them not look like the how we did look before, you know. I'm not saying that's what they did. I'm just saying I joke it out, but you know, them didn't look that dominating and the presence that just wasn't there.
You probably joke it out, but there's a lot of truth to it.
Seeing.
Because I left Jamaica in 2011. And before I left Jamaica, I was actually training in upcoming track club.
King Biggs, wait a minute, me not cut you off, but King Biggs, they are clown out, but them maga like intense. Hello. Yeah, talk your thing.
Yeah, so when we noticed, even after I left Jamaica and was following up the track thing, when we noticed, the male them, when they do to the high school, and them left and go straight into pro, you see that Monday when them start get, them start to change them a lot. Them lose focus, them lose motivation, them lose everything.
Kind of start live star life.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. I just prefer the thing that they have to go to me group and come again. But much respect to the girls, the man, you know, I them making really a whole thing together right now for the country, you know.
True. The woman that make you feel proud, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And also before we go, brother. You can't let out the coach because the coach have a lot to do with the panel.
Yes.
Hey, panel is an eye, panel legend.
Yes.
Remember, you know, Shelly was on top. Shelly left. He bring up Ilian. Ilian was on top.
True.
Ilian left. Now we put Shericka on top.
Sure. Yeah, you have to give him stripes. So.
You see me?
Yeah, true.
Hey, man, so I just like to invest today, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Manners. Real talk. Hey, the coach them. It's true. You know, I'm one of them that said, nah, the athlete is the one that has the ability. Star K, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Carrie and Jones, I talk about them water bola, cornmeal porridge. Too much rum and bum and these things. But anyhow, the coaches, we have to give the coaches their due respect. You know, I watched Coach Francis with Usain. I mean, I said to myself, Coach Belly big and round and Coach, I produced the fastest man in the world. And Usain got in there and did the work, you know. And him never question him, Coach. Him never back talk him. Him say, yes, Coach. Him say, Usain, you have to do it again. Him say, all right, Coach. And him do it again. And him do it again. Y'all go see the Usain Bolt documentary. And you'll see. The man a throw up and a vomit and him go right back in it and he's laying on the track and this is where I question myself, why are you doing this? And that little voice in your head says, Usain, quit and all this. And you hear the coach in our background, come on, Usain, you all right? All right, come, we have to go do it again. I'm just rotted. Glenn Mills, Coach Glenn Mills, yes. So when they had the controversy, some big name athlete, I won't say because I'm not trying to start up nothing, that came out and was very harsh against Coach Mills. Usain came right to his rescue, you know. Usain was like in public. Usain was like, no, it's not Coach, it's you. It's you. Because see me here, I listened, you know. I had no ego. I checked my ego at the door. You could have, after you win your first set of medals, you know, you can't come brag by your coach, you know, and be like, I'm switching teams. I don't know. Them offer me more money over so. You talk to me too hard. Remember saying, no, I see him where the coach talked to you the whole time from you was a nobody till you became somebody. And now, you talk to me too hard because when I go places, lights, camera, action, people yelling my name, You have to go lower your tone now, coach. Talk to me different. With Coach Glenn Mills and you saying it was the same right through, right? It never business, but yeah, you say matter of fact, Coach Mills used to be like, yeah man. Like, yeah, we know you win that already, but you can be greater, you can do more, right? And you saying was like, yes, coach. Him say, go over there so and run this and run it like this from here. So that not look right. Yes, coach. Yes, coach. It takes humbleness and it takes him never look upon the coach and be like, coach, you know, see how me fit, a 6-pack me have, and me win all the medal, they call your belly big. You can run. You're not running like I'm running, sir. But you know, when your ego take over, and when your ego take over, you start talking about like you are the best thing since sliced bread and forgot that the big belly man coaching got you to where you. And I was a bit defensive because people were like, Elaine is not going to do good in track and field anymore because she switched coach, and the coach that she switched, Coach Francis, I think it is, that's the coach that is. I'm like, nah, Elaine has the greatness in her. So, and I'm sure over the time period that she's been with that coach, she's learned enough and kept it as memory to be able to replicate it and do it again. So the praises should more go towards the athlete than to the coach. Well, all them words there, I'm kind of having to take them back because it is the coaching, and it a large part of it has to do with the coach. And the coach put the vibes in them too, you know. Yeah, like, me no business about where you win yesterday and last week and last month. Come, get on the track. Yeah, your farm don't look right. You're not running good today. You know that person that has to tell you when in the lesson in this is in life, you have to keep these kind of people around you too. You have to keep people around you who are not afraid to tell you the truth, even when you're back still, you're not going to answer your phone next week when them call you, or you're going to have to take a few days off from talking to them because you're vexed, but they don't care. Them love you and them will tell you the truth for your betterment, right? And that's how I see those coaches. Yeah, your thing look frig up today. You're not running right. And we don't know why you're out here trying to convince yourself. You did it 7 times wrong. Do we need to stop? Stop. And also, fix your form. Yes, put the leg back. That's all right. Why you keep coming out the blocks like that? And you just have to listen, right? You have to listen. So big up to the coach them for sure. Them something there, we can't give away them things there. We cannot give away those things. We don't want nobody come train in Jamaica at all. On that note, you see how everybody I talk about, oh, her skin smoothie, look upon smile, look upon pretty teeth, she's so beautiful. Go back and look at the video that I covered with her about 2 weeks ago. Under the comment section, SouFLo, she run fast and everything, but you sure that's a female? You sure she was born a woman? Because she look like a man. Now, I want to ask you, you see when you're winning, now you're pretty, right? But when you're the underdog, she look like a man. I'm going to ask you if you please stop them something there, right? Because which part of this beautiful girl that look like a man? Where? You know? But that was a talk. Believe it or not. That was a talk as well. Oh, she look like man. Where? Shelly on again. Here, Shelly. Let me go into this.
Get out, you know, I have to go get out.
Live.
Never get out and wire down the corner there. But me say me glimpse out of the eye when you come off of the corner and see you there. Listen, me say the girl come in like a flood. Me say look for Noisha.
Noisha, she call her, you know.
And me a go down in the and me a say hold it. You know, man. Nobody can get me run another 200.
She blaze up your skin, but you did
but
good.
But me say, all right then. You have to go get out, you know, I have to go get out. And me say, you go get out and wire down the corner there. But me say me glimpse out of the eye when you come off of the corner and see you there. Listen, me say the girl that come in like a flood. Me say look for Noisha. Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah, get me run another 200.
No, we need you to do it again. We need you to do it again. But you see how she full of vibes though. But I didn't know that. I really thought she was, after she do Spice that look there. I mean, I said, John, no, Shelly, you could at least give her a Ray. And Shelly would have been the only one in that auditorium that day what gave a Ray. Everybody else gave Spice the. That's what you're coming here with? Somebody never told you that this was a corporate event. Huh? Skin out me pum pum. Funny body me a wine and a boom, and nobody moved in. Nobody moving in our whole place. Big up Spice. Hey, listen up. Be there, man. All right, so we had enough of that. We're almost at the end of the show now. We have like 15 minutes left, so we want to use that 15 minutes here now because, boy, them put you in our joyous mood this morning. So we want to use this last 15 minutes to talk about Donaldson. See, we have to switch gears. I could do this all morning because this feel good, but there's a lot of update. Matter of fact, Shakira Sphere did a more in-depth update because me never know certain things. So you can go over to her channel, Wifey channel, and check out her live from yesterday, right? I haven't had time to go in. All I can do is send you in a certain direction to find out certain things. But the last one I'm questioning. So fun and joke aside, we're proud to be who we are. We're happy when the people them win. We're sad when we're not doing good. We're just regular people like that, and we're a proud people, and we need to keep it that way. Have some pride and some. You remember one time we did have pride, like people did proud. We never used to have to hide so much. Now we have people where hide, and it's shameful. It's shameful that we're gone to that. But anyhow, moments like these remind us and make us feel. Can stick with chest out, hold our chin up, and chat patois loud today. Chaka it up too. Make it, you have uptown patois, and then you have, patois uptown is like the one with a little bit of accent like this. And you can say, yes, I'm from Jamaica, and you're going to hear the Jamaica. I say, yeah, it's a Jamaican, that's for real. And then you have country patois with a whole different kind of patois. So today, we are going to chaka it up, a country patois around the place today, because we want everybody knows that our place. Them kind of something there. Again, congratulations to the ladies, them. And Elaine, thank you. And heal up and come back again and whip them again. We'll see you again. All right. Now, on to the Donaldson situation. Listen, these people, man, they are trying. May I tell you, so them all cover this up, Y'all not hearing me. Mark my words. Mark my words. And the more I'm watching this unfold is the more I know for a fact they're going to cover it up. Attorney Townsend is printed in the loop. Attorney Townsend now comes forward to say that 2 eyewitnesses have come forward to say that they saw Donna Lee Donaldson leaving the policeman apartment on the 13th. Want me to explain to you what that means? They had eyewitnesses saying that she left. So even if video camera footage don't show her leaving, maybe she left from an angle where the camera didn't pick it up. Maybe she did leave by jumping over the balcony instead of going through the front door. Maybe she did bend down too low and the camera never pick her up, but she left because people saw her leaving, is what this is. They're building that kind of a case to say, the man don't have nothing to do with nothing. Them go find eyewitnesses now that says they saw her leaving on the 13th. Now, may I ask you something? How them know say I left, she left? You're in a people business that much? If I'm your neighbor and I see the wife walk down the driveway, me can't assume say I leave, she'll leave. She probably went to go say hi to somebody what she know out there. So she walk, go back up when me go inside and me never see. When she walk, go back in. How me come forward now when I talk about I saw her leaving? But you see what they're doing, right? So if you want the full upload and the full step-by-step, Jamaica Loop News. Shout out to Jamaica Loop News. I find them credible. And the thing that I like about them, and I've said this before, I say it again, is that when they get the story, any kind of mix-up, something wrong, off, they're not afraid to come back right away and say, we printed a story earlier. This is what we said, but actually this is what really happened. So blah, blah, blah. So this is a dependable source. See? Indicom, question male cop in disappearance of influencer. Indicom is now supposed to question the male cop. That is the latest update from, and this one was posted 9 hours ago. 19 hours ago, they posted that the female police officer has been summoned to speak to Indicom. Remember, you know, she decided that she's not giving no statement. She not said nothing. And they are saying that it is her right. There's nothing in law that says she has to give a statement, but they have a way of dealing with that. A law enforcement official that refuses to give a statement, I guess the recourse is Indicom. That's why I asked the caller yesterday, how you feel about Indicom? She said she not too trust them. Me not trust them neither. I don't trust Indicom. I think Indicom is going to work right alongside with them, and they're all going to say, oh, we came out and found the same thing. Just like how Indicom worked right alongside with Paul Llewellyn and the DPP, Department of Public Prosecution, and they both came back and said, yes, Indicom agrees with the DPP that that young lady sat in that cell and pop out every straw in her own dreadlocks. Remember, I asked the people them who have hair, I said, grab your hair from anywhere. Just grab like a little bit tight and just pull it so hard. What does that feel like to you? If you saw her head of hair, it's not like she had 1 and 2 locks. She had a whole heap of locks. So to do that to yourself repeatedly, an individual and just pop out the whole of them, and she not bleed nowhere. There's no patch anywhere. Everything look like it's scissors cut even and stuff. And Indicom went along with that and said, yes, they agreed that she pop out her own hair. Stuff like that made me look at Indicom differently, right? Like, is who put on the hair? This looked like another side of the same coin, you know? All right. Then they go on from, now the male is going to be questioned by Indicom. I guess him not being questioned by police or what. I don't know. Him refused to give a statement to the police. So him end up I go talk to Indicom. I don't know. I haven't read into it yet. But I'm telling you, go check Loop. Loop will give you the full rundown. All right. And then Loop again. Cops search home and the car of the missing social media influencer. So them go search our house and them go search our vehicle and all these things. And then, of course, this part where the lawyer says, Townsend says, 2 witnesses have come forward. 2 witnesses have come forward. We know what this is going to be. We have eyewitnesses saying that my client, and he's very adamant that his client, which is the female, has nothing to do with anything that happened to Donna Lee Donaldson. My client is innocent. She has nothing to do with anything that happened to that young lady, whatever it is that has happened to her. Her disappearance, if she gets found dead, anything, for my client, no, have nothing to do with it. I'm absolutely sure of that. Well, you know, a lawyer, that's a lawyer's job. A lawyer's job is to make his client get off, even if you think that they're guilty. You have to do your job. No lawyer goes into court and says, Your Honor, my client is guilty, and even though I'm representing him, all me thinks I'm guilty too. But that's not what they do, right? They study law, so they know how to twist what and how to create doubt and how to fling with the case, basically. And that's exactly what they're going to do. When you say eyewitness, something come out, that's exactly what they're going to do. Just like in the Huizinga case when her dreadlocks got cut off, they came up with eyewitnesses. And the eyewitnesses said, yes, she sit down there and she pop out her locks. I was in the cell next to her. And then the next one said, I was in the cell with her. And she did a fling the locks them when she popped them out. And she fling them so. And she said, call Niamit to the officers who were out there. Me asked her why she pop out her locks. So she said, them can come Niamit. And they corroborated that story And Intercom say, yes, it's true, because we looked in the cell and we even found some of the locks itch up in the AC vent or something. Like somebody did fling it on something like that. Them wicked. Them wicked. So until I hear so-and-so has been questioned in the presence of their attorney and has been charged, then I know nothing will come out of this. You hear what I just said? Listen to what I just said to you. Until they put the police officer involved, or in baby mother, the other police officer involved, or the friend, whoever, was questioned in the presence of their attorney and then been charged, nothing is going to come out of it. Them grab up Shabdan the other day, right? And they said he was questioned in the presence of his attorney and then he was charged. I want to see the same energy over here. I want to hear the same thing happened over here. Not, we refuse to speak. Not giving any statement. Because we know where she was last at. And you should be held accountable. So the fact that you won't even give a statement and you are a law enforcement official, but lawyer don't reach them and tell them already, and I told you this before, don't speak. Don't say a thing. Nothing. And a good lawyer would do that. A good lawyer is going to tell them, don't say a word. Well, if they're going to summon us by Intercom, let them summon us by Intercom. Intercom, I think, gave them a long time. Go check out Shakira's video. She have the timeline of how long they're given. I just think them give them time to put them story together properly. The lawyer's probably telling them, like, you two need to be tighter now than ever before. If we never did live together before, no need for moving together right now. Spend every waking moment, because your freedom depends on it, putting this story together, and make sure that when they separate both of you, I tell the same story, true and true. Keep it short so you can remember it. Keep it precise. Make sure that you're not involved in any way. Now we have eyewitnesses that will back your story that she did leave on the 13th, which was his original statement. They had an argument. She left. We have sense people. Man and woman that's been together for 2 years in a relationship and change and counting. You have an argument and she left. And then she just disappeared. That no sound good. That no make no sense. That never happens. Never happens. So this is the first. I know some man right now, I said, boy, I wish my wife would have walked away like that still, because I'm tired of her. But the girl never walked away. She didn't. Them know what them do to the woman, them that to the people, them daughter. And it's sad because they're not going to get any justice here. They're not. Julie Tapper says, that is impossible for someone to do that to themselves. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr says, them witness better than cameras. Yeah. Yeah. Because the camera could have had a glitch, you see. Listen, this is court of law stuff, right? So they take the camera. If they take the camera, they can mess up a good part of the footage and say, well, this camera, it malfunctions sometimes. So you do see the part where she's going in, right? But the rest of it, this is where I think we had, it's run off of Wi-Fi, and I think we had bad signaling at the time, or I think we had a power cut, or I think we had a whatever. So this piece of the tape is missing. So now we have to rely on eyewitnesses. Here are 2 eyewitnesses that said, I should have go to law school. My grandparents had me pegged for law, and I wanted to. But honestly, because of how I was raised in a Christian home, one day I read the Bible and I say, woe be unto you, lawyers and doctors. I mean, these things I go to hell, go burn forever. So I chose to not pursue that. But really, I should have. Because as a grown man now, I'm thinking like, yo, so many people I could have helped. And this is not me saying I'm more smarter than anybody else. A lot of people here are thinking the same thing that I'm thinking and have the same mind. You know what I mean? But I'm showing you how they can create doubt. Enough doubt to where those who we're thinking has something to do with it, will actually walk away from this. I just gave you an example of how them can say, yo, the camera malfunction at that part. So within that time of the malfunction is when she had left. Look how long they're taking. You know, here nobody come tell you about the 20 hours of videotape yet, where them have videotape footage, right? Them still sorting through it. It's 20 hours of videotape footage. Them have it for more than 100 hours now. Okay. You see where this is going, right? I know they'll come up with eyewitnesses. How convenient. SouFlo, you know what I would be doing. JJ, take the out. Very good defense attorney. I really think he is covering up for his baby mother, and I think she did something to her, and he helping to cover it up because of who she is. This is one of them situations there, because I'm sure he doesn't want his child to be, their child is young, 8 months old. You know why your child be left without a mom and she gone to prison. This is a woman that you have a child with, right? She's in prison for murder. She's going to there for a while, and you're going to have to raise the child on your own or watch other people raise your child. And she has an incentive as well, because you don't want the father of your child to be in prison doing time for murder while you're out here struggling to raise this child on your own. I have to tell the child, say, yeah, your daddy, they are prison and these things. So they both have big incentive to lie as much as them can, to put a story together that will free both of them from this, and so on and so forth. The big deal was nothing is really being done about it because they're still on duty. They're still going about their normal everyday activities as if nothing happened. They already said what they had to say. We're not giving a statement. We're not involved. Last time we saw her was on the 13th. She walked out of their hair and walked off the planet. End of story. Don't ask me what happened to her. She was in my care. She left. You go figure out what happened to her. Funny thing, there's no theory being put together by the prosecution, or not even prosecution, because they haven't brought forth a case against them yet. But the investigating parties have not even put a theory together. Example, somebody said yesterday, y'all don't talk about Vybz Kartel. What Vybz Kartel case have to do with this? Example, a theory. In a court of law, it is the prosecution. The burden of proof is on the prosecution. That means the prosecution pointed out a house in the Vybz Kartel case. They saw a video clip that had people talking, and one man did a whole pickaxe stick on him and said something, and next one did a whole pickaxe with the head on it and I said something. And they theorized that Lizard was killed in that particular house right there, and he was bludgeoned to death with a pickaxe and a pickaxe stick, and then he was dismembered. This is their theory, right? Now they have to go to court and prove that that is what happened. They never proved that in Vybz Kartel case, but them come up with a theory quick though, and they used that theory and put everything else they had. Yep, disconnect with it, disconnect with it. We have enough circumstantial evidence to think that this is what happened. Guilty as charged, life in prison. So how come in this case now, it's no theory, no one is saying anything, refusing to give statements, uncooperative, two law enforcement officials who are supposed to be forthcoming, uncooperative. Don't want to talk to you, not giving a statement, call me a liar. Okay, summon me to Indicom. Indicom is going to give us enough time to put something together. We'll have our story straight by the time we go to Indicom. And we're going to walk. No theory. Paula Llewellyn, DPP, no theory? Yeah, man. So, again, them lock up who them want to lock up, my friend. And them free who they want to free. It is what it is. We're still saying her name, Donna Lee Donaldson. Don't forget about her. I'm telling you right now, when all the lights, camera, action, and the 7 days of who and ha disappear, her family, it will still be fresh for them. They have no closure. They have no closure. It's not like a family member mash up out a road in a car accident and you're weeping because you're like, oh, she had such a promising life and she was doing big things and God take her away like this, and then your heart can settle knowing that she passed in an accident or knowing that she just disappear, gone. So they're going to have to continue to deal with this and relive this nightmare, the last phone call, the last conversation, the last everything. Her room at the house probably still stay the same way how she walked out and left it. Remember, she tell her mother, say, Mummy, what she said, feed the dog for me. Remember to feed the dog for me because she have a little dog there. Remember to feed the dog for me. Don't worry, me will walk the dog when we come home. That means she was on her way home. She wasn't going anywhere for too long. She didn't have any plans to go anywhere for days. Remember to feed the dog for me. Me walk the dog when we come back. You're dead at the house with your mother, and the mother can testify that is you call her and tell her to come with you, go over your apartment. She took up herself out her sleep, and you come pick her up. And the next thing you are telling me, day after, have you seen her? After a big argument, have you seen her? You know what they're trying to say? They had an argument, she walked out, and given the climate of how Jamaica is, some strange people kidnap her, do something with her, and it could very well stand up in a court of law. It could. Once that doubt is created, eyewitnesses said, corroborated the same story. Baron Marshall says, I would fly in my own investigation team to find out what really happened. Babe, I'm going to end the video now. You can send me baby them. Listen, when you don't have the resources, and good idea. I saw somebody said, I wish her mom would start a GoFundMe just so that we can pour into the GoFundMe and they can use those finances to hire a independent investigative team to find out and figure out what happened to this young lady. Good idea. Good idea, because they're not right now you're asking police to investigate police, and that never goes right. That never goes right. That's like asking me to investigate myself. You think me I come tell upon myself? Especially when my freedom is on the line. So say her name, man. Donna Donaldson. Don't forget about her, right? We're going to stay the course with this, and we're going to see what's going to happen, but it don't look good. It looks like it's going to be a walkaway. It's going to be a damn walkaway. Carrie Jones says, them soon start try to the girl this and the girl that to make themselves look good. Yeah, dirty up her character, right? Them soon start say she did have other man and she used to cheat a lot. And it could have been one of our exes or one of our next man them will take her away. They might come up with every and anything. An attorney's job is to make sure that his clients walk away from this. And even if them get found guilty of anything or they do come up with a theory, the attorney's job is to make sure they are freed. Even if they get found guilty, your attorney's job is to make sure you get the least time as possible behind bars. The attorneys are doing their job. That's what they do, whether we like it or not. Because people are cuss their attorney, I know. Dirty boy, all money is not good money. You know damn well, said the people them where you about to defend is guilty of this, but you step in to defend them anyway. Well, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. It's like a doctor has to treat a gunshot patient under the law. Well, in the US anyways, even if that gunshot patient just massacred 6 people that had nothing to do with nothing, walk through an elderly person's home and kill off 6 people in there and police shoot him, but he survived and they rush him to the hospital, the doctor's job is not to say, he just killed 6 people, so make him dead. The doctor's job is to just save him. You know? So the lawyers are doing their job. whether we like it or not. And this ain't gonna... I'm predicting 2 things already. 1, she's not with us anymore. 2, they're gonna walk away. And there's going to be nothing about this. Me know what me would have do, but me not say it yet. It's gonna be highly offensive. But I think y'all know what I would do. Yeah? With that said, have a wonderful weekend. Keep her fresh in your mind all weekend. Hug who you feel hug up this weekend. Love up who you feel love up this weekend. Life is so fragile. You know, one day you're here, the next day you're gone. You have an argument with some people that you thought it could be just an argument, and you can live to talk about it some other time, and your life just end just so, from people who you least expect, and these kind of things. So treat life like it's precious. All right, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself. I'll be out trying to enjoy myself as well and spend some quality time with people who matter. Lift up your vibrations and them things there. Big up on yourself. Walk good. Catch you again on the next video on SouFLoTV. All right, I'm out. Peace.